Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the Book of Boba Fett. This is chapter 5. And last time around, it seems like they sort of wrapped up the flashback stuff, or at least now he's fully healed, and we got the story from when he got out of the Sarlacc pit up until this point, up until when this series kind of started. And of course, we also got some of the story in The Mandalorian Season 2. And speaking of The Mandalorian, he might show up. That's at least,
there
some of the
some
theories.
Teaser sound there, saying that there might be The Mandalorian here in the next episode, and I'm really looking forward to that. The teaser sound made me think that they'll turn up, and I'm hoping for it.
Exactly, and that's also the reason why I'm wearing this one today, is just in hope of seeing Din Djarin on the screen again, and if he's gonna help out and maybe bring some more familiar faces along the way. I don't know, but at least we're very excited about it.
I'm open for anything, and well, it's a guess, and I've guessed wrong before, so if he doesn't turn up, I'm fine with that as well. So, but I'm really looking forward to this episode here. Unfortunately, we didn't have much time to discuss it during the week, so I'll share a little extra with you guys here. Unfortunately, my dad died Friday, and Sonny's granddad died, so we hadn't had time to discuss this episode, the last episode, that much, and now I need something to take my mind off stuff, and what better than Star Wars and Boba Fett and all that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this episode, and I'm ready when you're ready.
All right, yeah, I am pretty much ready, so let's just jump into it, and you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan at the moment, where we are several episodes ahead compared to here on YouTube. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And with that out of the way, here we go.
What I'm short on is muscle.
Credits can buy muscle, if you know where to look.
That's a nice hint.
Yeah, if you know where to look.
It's funny, I read an article about the Timura Morrison that he said Boba Fett talks too much. He wants to stay more mysterious, and well, 4 lines, 5 sentences
in the original trilogy.
27 words, and the last one was "I" as he fell down the Sarlacc pit. So he talks a lot more in this one.
Yeah. It makes sense that he does that because with his new position and everything.
It's hard to character build
without
no sound.
Yeah. Although in The Mandalorian, there was several chapters where Din Djarin didn't really speak that much either. And what?
Cool.
He's right there.
Straight off. That's it.
Wasting no time. Fuck yes. Oh, it's good to see you again. What is he doing though? At the slaughterhouse? Still got the spear. So what happened since last time and with the Darksaber? And I have so many questions.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'll answer you though, but maybe later.
Maybe later.
You look lost. I'm here for Kaba Baez. What makes you think he's here?
Chain code, motherfucker.
Well, if I see him, I'll let him know.
You really want to go there?
I see him right now.
That's not me. That doesn't even look like me.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Well, he's definitely back to his bounty hunter ways.
Yeah.
And he still has the Darksaber. Oh. Oh shit, did he hit himself? Well, cold it is. Whoa, what a scene.
Yeah, I'm out.
You guys should run as well. That's so cool.
That's a nice start.
Yeah. It just needed the head. Yep.
If you do me the honor of letting me pass, you all can help yourselves to whatever you think you deserve from your former employer.
Yeah, I would go with that option.
Yeah, sounds like a good deal. Just... There we go. Whoa.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, well, Return of the Mandalorian. Okay, it's just right there in the title and the opening scene.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank.
What's that?
What's this? That looks like the Citadel.
Yeah.
It's also kind of nice getting away from Tatooine. Not that I don't like Tatooine. It's just we see a lot of desert in Star Wars, so it's a nice change of pace. Hi there.
Other species as well, and then
Yeah. He knew not to ask any questions.
yeah, wise guy.
Now, in an environment like this, the Vespa gang would fit in.
Yeah, more better. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd put that on ice if I were you.
He's not looking for more jobs. Then what is he after at the moment?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
probably hurts more than should.
Seems he needs to practice a little bit more with the Darksaber. I'm still amazed that he still got it.
Yeah.
But that whole storyline is definitely going to come back. The whole Mandalorian.
I'm pretty sure.
Bo-Katan,
Well, yeah. And it has to be one anyway. So if he didn't have it, he would
have lost it in combat.
Yeah.
Although there is still that one scene in Rebels where the saber is just handed to someone, but still, if we're going by what they told us in the Mandalorian, then it needs to be one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look safe. Not a lot of railings either, but it is Star Wars, so they don't really do railings.
Nah, they're a little short on safety features.
Oh, it's the armor.
Yeah. Cool with some familiar faces and also nice to be out of Tatooine.
I feel like we're watching a new episode of The Mandalorian at the moment, which we essentially are. Oh.
Tend to him.
There we go. Is it the one voiced by Jon Favreau?
There are 3 of us now.
Whoa.
What weapon caused such a wound?
Well,
This.
Paz Vizsla.
it is Paz Vizsla. Okay, so but it's just not Jon Favreau voicing him anymore then.
Or Jon Favreau with a very sore throat. I don't know. Anything's possible.
All this talk of the Empire, and they lasted less than 30 years. Mandalorians have existed 10,000.
Whoever wields it can lead all of Mandalore.
If it is won by creed in battle.
Yep.
If, however, it is not won in combat and falls into the hands of the undeserving, it will be a curse unto the nation. Mandalore will be laid to waste, and its people scattered to the 4 winds.
So get a little more Mandalorian lore.
Yeah.
You have completed your quest.
I have.
Then you may join our covert as we rebuild.
Whoa!
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I have to throw a I have spoken in there.
Oh yeah, Miss Quill.
He was sent off to the New Republic for interrogation. He will face justice for his crimes.
The blood of millions of our kind is on his hands.
Then he will be executed for his crimes by the New Republic Tribunal.
We shall see.
We shall see.
It can block a lightsaber.
It can also pierce Beskar armor. Its mere existence puts Mandalorians at risk. Mandalorian steel is meant for armor, not weapons.
Alright.
So now it's gonna
Melt it down, yeah. Sad to see it go, but he has the Darksaber, so.
But still, it was kind of cool.
It was.
And he fights well with it.
Well, it is Oberyn Martell. So.
Yeah.
I know the stunt guys did it.
She once laid claim to rule Mandalore based purely on blood, and the sword you now possess.
Okay, so they're actually explaining
but
it.
It was gifted to her and not.
Yes, it was gifted to her. Exactly.
They lost their way, and we lost our world. Had our sect not been cloistered on the moon of Concordia, we would have not survived the Great Purge.
Flashback?
Cool.
Whoa! This is fucking amazing! Wow!
Eventually, the Imperial interlopers destroyed all that we knew and loved in
Whoa.
the Night of 1,000
That's
Years.
the Purge. Hey, we recognize those droids. Wow, that's brutal.
Very.
What shall I forge?
Something for a foundling. For a specific foundling.
Oh?
Really?
Grogu.
Oh!
He's no longer in your care.
I want to see him. Make sure he's safe.
Yes.
What shall I forge for the foundling Grogu?
This is taking an awesome turn for me.
Yes, I had like it's. Are we even gonna return to the Boba Fett storyline in this, or is it just gonna be exclusively about the Mandalorian now? What did she forge?
Not much left of the spear.
Maybe only used a little bit of it.
Yeah, I would think so.
And she's training him.
Pure.
He could use the training.
Fighting against the blade.
It's a good thing he has that jetpack. He's quite heavy. Whoop.
Why is it getting so heavy for him?
There's a lot of energy going through it. It's the same with a lightsaber. You have to like let it guide you. Yeah.
I want to try again.
Persistence without insight will lead to the same outcome.
I like that sentence.
Yeah.
It was forged by my ancestor,
And now it belongs to me.
and now I will win it from you.
Really?
Okay. That's
Do you agree to this duel, Din Djarin?
Oh, wait a minute. Well, not.
I was wondering if he was going to stake his claim because he's a Whistler.
Yeah.
And is it Jon Favreau who's just changing up his voice? Ooh. All right. If you fall off the edge, that's it. Cool. Come on, Din. Whoa! There goes the knife. Whoa.
Fate has brought this blade back to my clan, and our fate will end yours!
Oh.
It is done. Paz Vizsla, have you ever removed your helmet?
No.
Din Djarin, have you ever removed your helmet?
Yes.
Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
Well, to a foundling.
I beg you for your forgiveness. How can I atone?
One may only be redeemed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore.
What?
But the mines have all been destroyed.
This is the way.
This is difficult.
Yeah. Can only be redeemed in a place there is no more.
Still got the saber though. there's so much to get into here,
Yeah.
law-wise, and yeah, we're gonna have some stuff to talk about in the discussion. That's for sure. And he's going to
Traveling
Tatooine.
Yeah. So he just travels with by commercial flights now, or
Well, his ship is gone, so
You're going to have to remove your weapons.
unfortunately, rest in peace, Razor Crest. He's got a bunch of weapons. This might take a little while. Keep that on you.
I know everything that's in there.
Proceed.
But I wonder why he's going to Tatooine. Is it specifically to get help from Boba?
I have no clue.
Hey? McClunky.
Okay, yeah.
He misses Grogu. Oh, even
it's
just the way it's
folded,
folded.
yeah.
Yeah. Aw. Oh, that's sweet.
And we're back on Tatooine.
Back in the desert. Hey, wait! No!
No.
BD! Wait, is that the same as
Yep.
like in Fallen Order?
Maybe it ran.
Is she messing with them?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Oh, what an entrance!
Yeah.
BD, you good?
Aw. It's BD1, right?
Yeah, they don't like Mando.
Hmm.
I got your message.
Message? What message?
You said you found me a replacement for the Razor Crest.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
what I said. That's
what he's doing there.
right this way. Ready to have your mind blown?
What is it, a pod racer? What are you?
It looks like a butt racer, yeah.
What? No! Oh!
Blue fighter.
Yeah.
This is an N1
N1,
starfighter,
yeah.
handmade for the Royal Guard and commissioned personally by the Queen of Naboo.
This is a pile of junk.
It sure
You
looks
want
like
your
it.
credits back?
Yes.
Yes.
While we're waiting, can I tell you a little something about this honey? I know she doesn't look like much. I'm telling you,
away with it.
Mando, you gotta believe me. This is a classic.
A little rough around the edges.
Just a little. No, a little higher.
Just a little higher. Just a little higher.
I can't even see what I'm doing. Can you stop moving? Just focus right here.
I have so many questions about why BD1 is there, for example. It's another BD droid.
Dated a jowl for a while. They're quite furry. Very furry.
What?
A lot of issues.
Lots of
Here they are.
issues, yeah. Lots of issues.
Oh, that's okay. I'm working on me right now. Just go find the parts. Furry.
Interesting.
Very.
Peli Motto is just in general a very interesting character.
The last thing you want strangling your thrust capacitors is a vapor manifold. I fabricated you this induction intake charger that's going to double your output coefficient.
In basic, please.
Yeah.
You hit this button, you're going to evacuate your exhaust manifold, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Nope.
Gonk.
Power up, gunk.
Can he keep BD as a new companion? Maybe
That would be cool.
that'd be really cool. And yes, of course, it's getting more of a silver look.
Yeah.
That was fast.
These critters could find a scud in a krill pond. Will that
Is
do?
that the same thing that Leia used to like
Yeah.
in episode 4 when she tried to like prop it up inside of the garbage chute
Garbage compactor.
compactor? Yeah.
They said they crawled under a pike spice runner and crimped it off while they were refueling.
Yeah.
Gutsy little fellas.
Let me tell you something, pikes do not mess around. Ever since they've been moving spice through the system, everything's gone to hell. Everyone's afraid of them, and law enforcement won't even go near them.
Is that a fucking rooster?
Yeah.
Wow. Looks pretty awesome.
It does.
I always did like that design. The N1 Starfighter.
Yeah. Well, the crest was a little more roomy.
It's just a little bit.
Over.
Give it a little bit more juice. I can hear her. She's purring. Send her up.
Okay.
Nah, we're good. Go.
Is Pelimato just a collector of lost droids now? She's got R5, BD1, all the pit droids. Whoa! That is fast.
Point your navigational disposition between the two suns. You'll come up to Beggar's Canyon.
Beggar's Canyon.
Yeah. Cool. Call back.
Hi again. It's just a quick trip to Tatooine for that family.
That's nice.
Hey! It's got a new ship now. Very different from the Razor Crests. Oh no, what's... Oh! Shit. New Republic.
You're not allowed to fly that fast next to a commercial ship.
Oh.
You're also operating without a beacon.
Yeah, sorry, officer, but my transmitter isn't hooked up yet. I'll head right back to Mos Eisley and get it sorted out.
Relinquish your flight controls for remote control access.
Hold on a second there, Lieutenant. I think we can let him off with the warning this time.
Your voice
It is him.
Mighty familiar. You mind answering a few questions?
Nope.
How did it jump?
Those were his sublight thrusters.
Are we reporting this?
No way.
You want to go back to base? Fill out reports all day?
No, sir.
That was a lucky break. Same guy.
Yeah.
I have to look up the name.
How was it?
Wizard.
Those J-type pulse engines really
Okay.
touching the old evacuation.
Nice little reference, okay. So, Wizard Annie.
She tell you her name?
Fennec Shan.
Yep.
Yeah, that didn't
Knew
work.
it.
No.
That's not gonna
I
keep
thought
her
you
out.
said that the hangar security system was on.
By any chance, are you looking for work?
Might could be.
Well,
Pay is good.
this is so cool.
Yeah.
Tell him it's on the house.
Oh!
But first, I gotta pay a visit to a little friend.
Really?
Bryce Dallas
Wow.
Howard did this one. Cool. Her episodes are always pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Or at least like they get better and better and better. Like she's learning a lot, and wow, what an episode.
That was great,
I couldn't
yeah.
stop smiling all
No.
the way through.
Me neither. It was great. I needed that one. Perfect.
Yeah, and it was straight up
I thought
Mandalorian episode.
it was.
And it was just, getting back into where is he, what happened after the end of the Mandalorian season 2, although we still need some details with what specifically happened between him and Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
But then getting some more explanations about the Darksaber and the lore. We saw the Purge. He got a new ship, and now they are in the end lining it up with Boba Fett. But he said he had to go and visit a little friend beforehand, so he wants to go and visit Grogu before helping Boba, or is he
Don't
talking
know.
about another little friend?
Oh,
Oh,
only
wow.
little friend he has. It got to be Grogu.
Yeah, I guess so.
He also he has a present for him, so
That's
it
true.
makes sense.
That's true. But it's like, okay, if we're gonna see Grogu again, does that mean we're gonna see Luke again?
Could be.
This
There's a lot of open questions at the end of this one, and I was expecting the Mandalore or the Mandalorian to turn up for this episode, but not a Mandalorian episode where we only just saw Fennec Shand at the end,
yes.
and he signed up instantly for free. So,
Yeah. It's just for free, as a favor to Boba Fett.
this really opened things up for episode
Like
6.
Yeah,
and 7.
the last two episodes,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, did not expect this turn of events.
A full
well,
Mandalorian
ex-
episode? No, yeah.
Expected for Din Djarin to show up, or we were hoping for that to
Din
be
Djarin,
true.
or at least some Mandalorians, or
something the Mandalorian related because of that music that
Yeah.
we got at the end of the previous one. But this was just so much more than we could have ever hoped for, and so much cool stuff inside of this episode. Going off world, or at least getting off of Tatooine. Seeing that new place, I really want to know where that was, or maybe that is already in canon in some of the books and comics, and I just don't know the name of it.
Me neither. I mean, at work, where most people have maps on the wall, world maps and places that rates to military operations and stuff like that. I have a Star Wars map on my wall. I can't place that one.
No, it might also be a little bit outdated.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
But this was such a great episode. I mean,
yes, chapter 5, the return of the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
even called it that.
Yeah, and it started off straight off
with him
picking up a bounty and
yeah, and
seeing the Darksaber at the same time. By the way, he's not a Mandalorian anymore.
No, he sort of got kicked out, or at least when it comes to that part of the Mandalorians and their very specific creed, and we got to know more about why they are the way that they are.
There's a lot of lore in there.
What happened? Yeah, exactly. So this was just filled to the brim with a lot of new stuff. And yes, we had a lot of questions going in, but we got a bunch of them answered. We got that, as you said, just from the opening, him going in, got that very cool fight scene where he used the Darksaber as well. And when we saw just his silhouette in the beginning, and you could see immediately that, yes, of course, it's a Mandalorian, but then you had like the spear sticking up, and it was just, there he is. And it's a funny thing. Just I want to, before we get into to the plot and the story and everything that happened, I just want to comment on the fact that, and I'm sure we're not the only ones who are very excited about Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, showing back up, and it's a funny thing where, we've all known Boba for such a long time, and he's been such a big fan favorite, and when he showed up again in the Mandalorian, that was a really big deal.
It was.
And now with the Mandalorian showing up in this series and getting a whole freaking episode just for him, that also seems like a really, really big deal, and it will get a lot of people excited. But he's a new character, so I just think that it's such a funny thing that it's just a handful of years ago we had no knowledge about this guy, and now everyone's excited about him and him showing up inside of a Boba Fett series. Who, like, if you asked someone like 5 years ago what they would be more interested in, a Boba Fett series or just an unknown Mandalorian, then I'm sure everyone would pick Boba Fett. But
probably, now
because of the first two seasons of the
got
Mandalorian,
built up perfectly as a Mandalorian, the Mandalorian during that whole setup there. Whereas Boba Fett, he only had a few lines. He was always the mysterious guy standing in the background. So we had expectations to him, but the character is just being built now. So it was great seeing him in the Mandalorian, because that was this mysterious figure turning up, and we went, "Oh, great, Boba." True.
But we've also had him as a child in Attack of the Clones. He also showed up in the Clone Wars. We've had Boba Fett stuff. What I'm saying is just I'm just amazed at how much Din Djarin as a character already means to people. When you hold him up against someone like Boba Fett, who's been in the Star Wars lore as a character for so many more years than Din Djarin. It's just it all just boils down to, they did a really good job with the first two seasons of The Mandalorian.
They did.
And setting up the TV series side of things. And now he's kind of like the poster boy of that. So it's just really cool to have him back inside of this one. But let's get into then what happened in the episode and some of the stuff that we actually got.
I really enjoyed all the lore. I mean, there's a lot of talking at the covert, but it was nice to get all that lore about the Darksaber and so on. And also I like that in the beginning when he was fighting, he fumbled with the Darksaber because he's not good at fighting with it yet.
He injured himself.
Yeah,
that's how he got that injury, and he started limping and all that. That's because he can't handle the Darksaber, and it does speak to some of the stuff that we've gotten before, just with lightsabers and Jedi training lightsabers. And there was this great episode from Rebels called Trials of the Darksaber, where Kanan was teaching Sabine Wren to fight with the Darksaber, and it was a lot of the same stuff where it's extremely difficult to handle because there's a lot of energy flowing through that saber, just like a lightsaber, but you have to
know how to
let it guide your movements. Like for a Jedi, it is more of the Force involved with that, but when it comes to someone who doesn't have the Force in the same way, the same connection at least, because the Force it flows through everything, but some people can just access the Force better, and Jedi and Sith. But you still have to use some of those same techniques, and not fighting that energy. And I don't know like the technical side of things there and the specifics how you would not fight something that is extremely difficult to handle. But I like that they incorporated some of those same
the old lore about how lightsabers work.
Yeah.
And now my mind spins off to, he's going to visit Grogu, and Luke could probably teach him a bit about how to use a lightsaber, and that would be nice too. But there's only 2 episodes left on this one, so
yes,
so
and
we
we
are
are
not going to make that.
No, but maybe in the Mandalorian season 3, which we are getting at the end of this year.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get back into it there. But it did sound like in the end that he wanted to go visit his little friend before doing this job for Boba Fett. So is the next episode gonna be more Mandalorian centric again? And then in the last episode of this series, we're really gonna get back into it, and it's all gonna come together, and they're gonna vanquish the Pikes and whoever might be controlling the Pikes, if that's a thing, because a lot of people are talking about Crimson Dawn, so there's still a lot more to get into there. A lot of
guessing.
But a lot of guessing, and we're most likely wrong about most of it.
Yeah.
But I'm just so excited about the prospect of all of it.
Yeah.
And I am also very glad now that I mentioned Rebels, and I also mentioned it inside of the while we were watching the episode, with the Darksaber being handed to someone, that has happened before in the past.
Yeah.
And why it has to be one in combat.
Yeah, that was perfect.
They talked about it. Yeah. They went into that. Yeah. And it actually also plays into the fall of Mandalore, or at least, just from what the armor there talked about, with if you don't do it the right way, and if you don't follow the creed when it comes to the Darksaber, then that will bring ruin upon all of Mandalore.
That's the reason why it all falls apart.
Exactly. Yeah. So because Bo-Katan just accepted the saber and became the leader in that way, she failed, and the purge happened. Yeah. And then these other Mandalorians, they had to really just focus on the creed, and they hit on Concord Dawn. I think she said, so that's this group of Mandalorians who then just became way more religious, I guess you could say, more focused on this is the way, and you don't take off your fucking helmet. Whereas Bo-Katan and the others, they are still, they don't do that.
Less focused on, not word by word by Mandalorian religion, but...
Exactly. And then we saw the purge, not going down into the specifics per se, but just we saw TIE bombers, a lot of TIE bombers, just
that was nice short view of the purge, and
very well made, cool imagery, but also seeing all the Mandalorian helmets, and they're definitely gonna get into that again, and Moff Gideon, presumably, he was in charge of that, and he's killed millions of Mandalorians, of people of Mandalore. So
you were kind of blaming him not for killing him.
Yeah, or at least because he did something to Mandalore and the Mandalorians. So I'm sure they would like to get their hands on him.
Yeah,
and exert justice.
And they don't trust
Mandalorian justice. The New Republic.
New Republic too. judge him the right way or anything. So
yeah,
there's all that side as well.
Exactly, and it does seem like it's a bit, the relations between these Mandalorians and what they're trying to achieve. It's quite risky at the moment, or it's difficult to handle. It's a volatile situation overall, where you don't really necessarily know who to trust or how to proceed if you want to unite the Mandalorians at the moment, because there's so much. I don't know if there's a lot of it, but it seems like there might be some infighting as well.
They might be divided by some are very, very adamant about you have to follow all the rules, never take off your helmet, and some of the others might not be at that spot too.
Yeah.
So,
but you can redeem yourself apparently if you go to the mines.
Go to a place, the mines on the planet that is ruined.
Yes, that place might not be there anymore.
Does he have to redeem himself to become a Mandalorian, or I don't know. That's that whole side.
I don't know if that is something he truly wants. If he wants to do his part for Mandalore, if he feels like, well, they kind of kicked me out anyway, so I don't owe an allegiance to them. But he also, like, the reason why he did the job at the beginning of the episode was to find them and get the information about where they were. So at least he wanted to get into contact with them again, and that was most likely because of the Darksaber. And we still have questions about what happened between him and Bo-Katan and why he still has the Darksaber, and where she's at right now, if she just let him walk away with it willingly, or if something else happened.
Yeah, a lot of unanswered questions, and I think it's very hard to do bounty hunting without a ship, so you must be looking for a ship as well, and that we saw.
Yes.
He came down and asked for Razor Crest. Razor Crest, that didn't work out.
That's how that fit, and that's why he went to Tatooine, because he got in contact with Peli Motto again.
But they spent a whole episode on getting one muscle. I mean, they were looking for muscle.
Well,
they had money for it, and it's just one. So the next episode could also be how to get more people in there. That could be Bo-Katan. That could be other bounty hunters, whatever.
Yes, I mean, it would be cool to see some more bounty hunters, and maybe some familiar bounty hunters as well. I'm just throwing out names like Bosk, or some people really want to see Cad Bane. I definitely also want to see Cad Bane in live action, because he's such a cool character. So maybe that's the direction that we're going in, and we're actually not going to see Din Djarin go and say hi to Grogu and maybe Luke, that they're going to save that for the Mandalorian.
It seems like a long trip to go visit someone and then come back again. Yeah.
But he's got a new, very fast ship, so maybe the trip is not going to be that long. And that was also very cool that they brought that type of ship, the N1 Starfighter from Naboo, brought that back in and kind of retrofitted it. And now he has the Starfighter to fly around.
They just upped it a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
cool.
exactly. So
more shiny look, not as yellow as the original Naboo fighter, and
new engine
and stuff like that. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. And it was a cool sequence overall, building that, and with the droids, they're working, the pit droids. They're always funny, like entertaining. It's some levity there that's thrown into it. Peli Motto as a character, I still have my gripes with characters who might seem a little bit too much from, like, they're from this world, from our world, and the way they talk and behave, and she definitely does that, but we've also seen we've seen her a bunch of times now, and it's just now we accept her as a character. And as I also mentioned, like, it seems like she's just gathering more and more droids. Now she's
droids all around.
We saw R5, the red R5 droid. That's all the way back from A New Hope, and now BD1. Is it the same? I know I asked this question several times, but is it the same BD1 as in Jedi Fallen Order? And how then did BD1 end up there? Or is it just a similar droid?
so many unanswered questions, and
Yeah,
that's good.
maybe it's
we
just
can, we can discuss that for a while. Probably,
a cool Easter egg that they can
exactly
a cool Easter egg that they can decide later on that maybe they want to do something with that and connect it to some of these other stories. But
I like the way they weave things together. And also with the Naboo fighter, it is thought of that they made room for someone to sit behind him.
Yeah, because he doesn't
need dome, and it doesn't need an
astromech droid.
No, but
there's
room for someone.
Yeah,
Grogu or someone
else. Someone else. Wow, I still.
Yeah, we're probably going to discuss this a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about this episode between now and then the next one. I'm really that really did something for me at least. Not that I wasn't excited about the series.
I'm really enjoying Boba Fett.
Same.
But the whole setup on Tatooine, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the dust and all that. So
yes,
it's good.
I'm fine with
added a little extra and some more stuff we can discuss, and we can guess a lot and fantasize about it. Like it.
Yes, exactly. There's so much to get into here, and can't wait to see all of your great comments, all the breakdowns, all the details and Easter eggs we then missed, even though there was a lot inside of this episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it one more time.
I'm gonna watch it
probably later today as well. Yeah,
a handful of times when I'm editing, and I'm probably also gonna watch it with Kat later. So it's
good.
It's really, really good. Oh, and we also got a short scene with some pilots from the New Republic.
Oh yeah.
While he was out testing his new starfighter. And I get the reaction there with, don't fly so close to a commercial starship. Come on.
Yeah.
But then letting him go and being like, do you want to file the paperwork? And I like checking in with these New Republic pilots once in a while. And this same
patrolling
guy
the area.
That we've seen a couple of times now. And he wanted to hire Cara Dune. Cara Dune. At some point as well. I don't know if they're going to do anything more with that character, but we'll see. It's just there's a lot of connections here. There was a lot of connections, of course, to the Mandalorian series.
Yeah, and as I said before, I like the way it's weaving things in together, and it kind of fits in my mind more or less. And
yes,
I'm enjoying that. I'm in more getting the whole Star Wars universe more whole, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and that's what I'm also quite excited about when it comes to these series, because they've talked about it several times now that they are going to be connected, and some of these characters are going to be in multiple series, and it's all going to culminate in a bigger event, so to say, that's going to involve Grand Admiral Thrawn. So we're going to get to see more of these connections in series like Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic, if we are still getting that one.
So much good stuff.
So much good stuff. And we can keep going and going and going and going, because there was just...
They promised us that stuff. Now keep your promise.
Yes. Now they're going to hopefully just deliver on all of it. And when we're going to see another movie, I don't know, but I'm very satisfied with the television series at the moment. And especially when we get something like this, an episode like this, where it's just smiles all the way from start to finish. Great. But I think that's going to do it for this reaction and review of the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you as soon as possible. May the Force be with you always.